Hello there! Today I'm going to be doing a little stationery favourites video because I haven't done one since October. Before I start, I just want to say you'll notice that the intro has got a different look. So Boney's taking a little break from being my profile picture and I actually have a picture of my lovely Moterm. Let me know what you think of that. Do you prefer having Mr Boney there or do you like the new change? Anyway, stationery favourites. I've just got a little selection of my favourites here with me. Obviously, a lot of the favourites that I've got are going to be inside my planner, just because I'm using this all the time. The setup for this has actually changed a little bit, so I probably will do a little flip through of this. It's a lot chunkier than it was in my original setup for 2025 video. That's okay. I'm happy with it. It's working really well. So I'll go through some of the favourites that I have in here first. So first off the bat is this. Now this is actually two items. So the first thing is these sticky notes that I got from RSVP in Berlin. I've just popped a couple of them on the front of this. Now this is actually a sticky note holder, but it's actually the size of a card, like a credit card. It fits really well in the front of my Moterm and I really love it. And you just kind of pop it in like that. And away we go. Obviously, because it's plastic, it acts as a firmer surface, so you can actually write straight onto there, or you can pop them in your book. And I've been really enjoying using these sticky notes. So both of these are stationery favourites for me for the moment. My planner itself for 2025 that I made is working out really well, so that is definitely a favourite. But I will go through that in a bit more of an in-depth flip through of my current setup. Now you can see here I've got like a little piece of notepaper pinned in here, and that is something that I've been really loving. So I found these note blocks. It's called a premium memo pad. I found them at Daiso. It's a B7 and it's a 3mm grid. It's this lovely off-white paper. It takes fountain pen like a dream. It's the perfect size for the passport notebook. So I have been using these as a quick place to jot down any lists or if there's something that I want to keep. And then I've been keeping them in here, like planning a trip to Japan, and they fit in here perfectly, which is great. I can pin them into here when I need to. I've just found it to be a really good way. Be able to make rough scrap notes and then either tear them off and get rid of them, tear them off and keep them, without clogging up the space in my notebook in here. However, obviously if I need to, I can either stick it in or transcribe it into there, and that's been working really well for me and I really love these, so that's why I have two of them. You can see I've already used quite a few pages on this one. You get 100 sheets per little block. Daiso's really great value for money, so these are great. Bit late to the party on this, but I recently discovered these washi tape cards. Now I have made little credit card sized ones out of cardboard before, and I know you can get them in plastic, but I found these ones on AliExpress and they're really useful. So what I've done with these is I've just kind of pulled out all of my washi tape and put a little sample, I guess, of each one on these, and it means that when I am sitting at my desk and working in my planner, I can just pick off little bits of the washi tape as and when I need it, and I've got my entire collection in front of me and it takes up that much space, and so that just sits in the drawer on my desk. And it's just meant that I've been using a lot more of my washi tape, which is really good. With the planner that I have for 2025, I have actually got more space where I'm able to decorate. So you can see, for instance, this is for December, this is for Christmas. And I've just popped in some little washi tape and one of the Travelers Company stickers there. Closer to where we are now. You can see I've just done this one here, which is really lovely. And this leads me into one of my next favourites, which has been these Midori stickers. So I've just got them inside this Travelers Company sticker release book in passport size. And I've just really been loving these black and white washi type stickers from Midori. So I've got the coffee themed one and then also the floral one, and they've just been working really well. Again, just looking at this page, you can see here one of these little dot stickers, which is one of these Stalogy dot stickers, and these have been great. They're a really good size, nice and small. These are the 5mm dot stickers. They're really small, very thin, and just really easy to place, and they're fantastic. And I've got a whole system now for marking out in my planner and also my monthly insert, which is a new addition to here, where I get to utilize all of these stickers. Again, I'll go through that more in more depth when I do my next video on my updated 2025 setup, but yeah, these are amazing. I've talked about this one before. This is the Kaweco Versity. It's just such a lovely pencil. You can see in my planner at the moment, I've got my Kaweco brass spot on the leather pen loop from this Klaus Hand Crafts passport insert. And then with the Moterm pen loop here, I can just put this little pencil there. It takes up no space, it's so small. And then I can close the two of them in there together. And that means I get to carry around a pencil and a pen. I talk a little bit more about this in my travel stationery haul video. I think it's part 2 when I talk about what I got in Prague. But yeah, would recommend. This is such a great pencil. And it's so well made. It's so sturdy. The next thing is something that I made myself. So this is a little pen tray. Again, this I got from Daiso. I don't know if you can see, it's like a little bamboo tray. And I varnished it to make it this lovely dark walnut colour. And it's worked out really well. So I just have this on my desk. I've got one of the Kaweco pen sleeves. I've got my aluminium piston spot, which is my desk pen, and that just sits on top of the little leather pouch. And then the next thing, which is another one of my favorites, is this ink bottle that I got from Choosing Keeping. So again, I talk about this in my stationery haul video from the Europe trip, which was the first installment of that video. I talk about this. So this did originally have the Choosing Keeping scented ink in it, and it just wasn't my cup of tea at all. So I've rehoused that ink, and now I'm using this bottle to house my favourite ink, which is the Diatramentis Document Brown. I've also put a little label here that just says ink. I used my Dymo label maker to make this, and the tape is actually some really old, I think possibly from the 70s, wood grain Dymo label maker tape. So we're using that very sparingly, but I felt like that this would be the perfect instance to use that. So I just, on my desk now, I just have these 3 things set up, and I just really like how that's worked out. The size of this is perfect for the Kaweco Spot, and it's also perfect for this little ink bottle. So I'm very, very happy with that. Now, speaking of piston spots, another thing that I got on my trip to Europe was the new resin piston spot. Now you can see the differences here, as this one has an integrated clip and this one does not. I've been really enjoying writing with this pen. I don't know what it is about the piston spots, but they do seem to have a really beautiful nib. Both of these do, and they're an absolute pleasure to write with. I think if I had a preference, I would say I do like the integrated clip more. But this pen, my new pen, I have been really enjoying writing with this. It is such a smooth writer. In here at the moment, I've got some document ink in blue black, and it's just so smooth. I've got a fine nib on both of my, like, it just doesn't skip at all. Like, there's just no hard starts. It really keeps up no matter how fast you want to write. It's so smooth. You'll see though that this is apparently a fine nib, but I would say it's more of a medium, and that was something that I found as well with the Alsport piston, that the fine nib it does feel a bit thicker. I don't know if that's just because it's particularly wet writer, but I love both of these pens with the Diatramentus document ink. It's just a dream combination, and I am loving this. Yes, I like the little ink window there, so you can see how much ink you've got left. These are great pens, and I can't wait to see how many more variations on this Kaweco comes up with, because I think I'll be buying all of them. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this case from Bellroy. So before I went away on my trip, Bellroy were really kind and gave me some products to try out. And this was one of those products. Now, this comes in a pack of 2, this size and then also this size. So I guess, you know, this one's would be quite good as a pencil case. I've been using this in my smaller bags as just kind of a grab organizer, so I can keep my headphones and little bits and bobs that tend to get lost in my smaller bag. So I can just grab this out rather than having to rummage through the bag. And I guess that's a similar way as how I've been using this. I know it looks very simple, but this pouch is so good. So I'll go through some of the reasons why it's so good. One, it's like a water resistant fabric. So I've been really loving putting my planner in here. So as you can see, it fits perfectly. I can zip that up. And then I've got more space in there for other bits and bobs. Inside, we've got organization pockets as well. So that's really very useful. I love the color, obviously, but how I found this to be really useful is I've been using it when I use a tote bag, and that was how I used it on my trip as well. So I was basically, this was my everything pouch. So I had like my Kindle, my planner, things like lip balm, paracetamol, my headphones, stuff that I would want to just like, once I've got onto like the plane or the train, I can just reach in, grab out this one pouch, and it has everything ready to go. And I do like the added protection that it gives to my planner when I've, say, got a very cold bottle of water or something in my bag, and I always worry that the condensation on the outside of the bottle is going to like wet the pages or mark up my planner. So I like being able to put this in something that's going to keep it safe. It's summer here in Australia at the moment, and I tend to be going out with a tote, and I tend to be having a very big, very cold, icy bottle of water with me at all times. So it's really nice to be able to protect this. And it's also really nice to be able to kind of like bulk together some of the items in my tote bag, so it's not just a big crazy mess. I guess like using this like a bag organizer. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. Thank you, Bellroy, for sending this to me. And I think the colour is great. Fits in with my aesthetic, as they say. Okay, that's it for my stationery favourites. Let me know if you have liked anything that you've seen, or if you'd like to know more about any of the things that you've seen. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!